Hello everyone and welcome to AiWebix, your launchpad into the world of Python AI and data science. In this lesson, we will be learning one of the most basic yet powerful tools in Python, the print function. So the print is a built-in function in Python that sends output to the screen, and it is a standard output that is known as a standard output. It's the very first thing beginners learn, and you will continue to use it even in large AI and data science projects. Now we will move to our code editor, that is VS Code. So we know how to use the print function. We already saw that in our previous lesson. We'll see again the basic syntax of the print function. So to print anything, we use print keyword, and then with the parenthesis we'll put the message inside the parenthesis, whatever you want to print. So suppose I want to print hello world, and we will run it. So I will have to select the Python environment. So it gave us the output to the screen hello world. Now we will see how we can print variables. So print is like you are asking Python to display messages, to display message. Or print is like your mouth. Print is like your mouth. It speaks whatever is inside it. So this is what print function is. Print is a built-in function in Python that sends output to the screen. Now we'll see how we can print variables. So first of all, we will define variables. Suppose Harsh, then a score 95. Now to print variables, we use comma. To print variables, we use comma like this. Print student name. We use comma and then we'll pass the variable name. And again, if we have to print the score, then we'll just pass the variable name with the help of comma. This is how we can print variables in Python. So it gave us the output. We will learn about variables in more detail in the another lesson. So printing variables. Now we will see how to use the separator, using sep parameter in print function. Sep parameter, that is separator. So what this sep parameter do? So suppose you want to uh, in between the words or in between the letters or text, you want to give some separator. So suppose, just suppose, um you're printing name, then a score, then age, and you want to separate it with something like this. When we will run it, see, all these are separated with this. Now suppose you're writing something like this. Hers age score is 95, age 28, 27, and we want to separate it with the comma or anything which you want, or you want to separate with like this. So when we will run it, see, it's separating with this. If we will not have the separator, it will print it in a so by default the space is the separator. By default, if we are using comma in your message, if you are passing multiple values inside the print function, so here we have three values inside, so it sees with the double quotes. So in this double quote we have one value, then second value, and then third value. So we are passing three values, and by default the values inside the print functions are separated with the help of a space. So now instead of a space, you want to separate it with something else. So for that, we'll just pass the sep parameter with something like this, or any you can separate it with any symbol between each value. So sep controls what comes between each value. Now we'll move to um, just we'll take some other example also. So suppose you want to print date of birth. You want to print date of birth. Suppose you are printing date of birth. So first date, then month, then year, and now you want to print it. So if you print date of birth like this, it's not a standard format, right? So we can add the separator here. So in this type of situation we need separators. Got it, right? Now we'll move to the end parameter. We'll move to end parameter. So we'll move to end parameter. We'll see what is end parameter. So first, end controls what gets printed after the line. So the default is new line, means by default it will print a new line, but you can change it, to you can change it to a space or nothing. So we'll see the example of this. So suppose you are printing two statements, loading, and then you are printing another statement, completed. Okay, so when you will run it, so the end parameter after the end of your message, or after the end of your statement, which is inside the print function. So after the end, by default it's a new line. So after completing this print statement, the output of the second line, after completing the output of the first print statement, the output of the second line is coming in the new line here. If you see the output, this output is coming in a new line. So by default the end parameter is a new line, but you can change it with the help of, you can change it to a space or nothing. So what we will do, we'll add the end parameter here, and then we'll do nothing. If you see, now it's printing in a single line. So suppose you'll change it to a space. Now it's printing in a single line, but it's having a space. So end parameter controls what gets printed after the line. And so suppose after this line we want to print, and then completed. So see, loading, trying again, and then completed. So you understood what end parameter is, right? If not, you can comment it down. We will explain it more in the comments. Now we'll move to print numbers and expressions. How we can print numbers and expressions. So suppose you want to print number, we can simply pass the number, or any operations also you want to print inside the print function, we can do with the help of operators. So suppose now we'll run this. So here it's giving the output as 99 after addition, after adding both the numbers. And suppose you also want to write some messages, then we'll use it with the help of comma. We will separate it with the help of comma. With the help of comma we can pass multiple values. So suppose this is a one value number, that addition of two numbers, and we'll also pass one more value, that is message. Something like this we can print the numbers and expressions. It's useful for billing apps, it's useful for billing apps, scoreboards, and mathematical logs. Now we'll see escape sequences. Now we'll see escape sequences. Escape sequences. So escape sequences are this. Now we'll see how we can use this. We have multiple escape sequences like this one, new line. Then we have this one, that means tab space. Then we have this one, that means backslash. Then we have this one, that is mean double quote. We'll see some example also, double quote. So we already know about this new line, right? So we'll see how we can do use this also. We'll use an example. So suppose you are printing I'm hers inside the same value only. We are not separating it with comma. I'm hers. I'm living in Bangalore. Now I'll run it. So if when we'll run it, see it got it does after the escape sequence, it's coming in the new line. So it's useful when suppose if some data are coming from some values, some one single message is coming from your API, and you want to print that single message in a single print statement only, or you can use you want to use it in the same output. So in that situation you can tell your backend team or your API team that please include the escape sequences so that it will be useful for me to print it in a interactive way, print it in a correct way in my screen. So in that situation we use escape sequences. So here I have used new lines. We'll use the other one, that is double quote. So we are already using double quote. If we will use the double quote again, it will give errors. It will give errors. So see, it's giving errors, invalid syntax. So suppose if in a sentence you want to use the double quote, so how you'll use that? So to use that, we can do like this. He said. He said. Suppose I want to use double quote now here. So what we will do? We will do like this. Python is fun. Now we'll close this like this. We can start with this slash and then double quote, that quote, and then again we'll close this with the slash and quote. Now we'll run this. See, we have added a double quote inside the string, inside this message or output. Now in AI and machine learning, print is used for debugging model outputs, showing progress of training, visualizing predictions, and displaying data from pandas. Like in AI and data science, we use print to debugging the model outputs or visualizing predictions or displaying data from pandas. So suppose our accuracy is 0.93. We'll print model accuracy, model accuracy accuracy is into 100. So if you see, model accuracy is 93%. Now we'll see some other advanced example of printing. So suppose you want to print, you have to print a table format. You have to print a table format. Print table format. So to print a table format, what we can do, we can use the escape sequences which we saw here, tab space. So what we will do, we will just add name we are printing a table format here. T, then age, then again T, city. I'll print Aman T slash T, then 21. Now when I'll run it, it will print it in a tabular format. So it's giving some error. Sorry, here I missed the T. So it's printing in a table format. Now we will move to our next topic, that is printing with f string. F strings mean formatted string. Print with Printing with f strings. F strings means formatted strings. Formatted strings. We'll see how we can do this. We'll create one variable name and also the marks. Now what we will do, we will print with the help of f string. So first of all we will use the f here, then double quote, and we'll now after f what we can do. So here we had to use this comma, right, to pass any variable values or something. So we were using the commas to pass the values, to pass the variable like this. So now what we can do, we have a formatted string. Now we will use the f later, and then to pass a variable inside it, we can directly pass the variable name like this, and then use code. Suppose I have to pass the marks. So this is a formatted string. Now we have uh, to pass the variable, we can just pass it with the help of curly braces. Now we will run it. So we got a formatted string here. So f strings are clean and professional, which is used in modern Python apps. So now there is a mini assignment for students, that is uh, use print use print to display the below format. So mini assignment for students, and the format is this one. You need to print this format with the help of print function. So this is a mini assignment for you guys. So that's the print function, your most basic and most used tool in Python. In real projects, whether you're cleaning data, debugging ML models, or generating results, print helps you communicate with your code. And this is just the beginning. At AiWebix, you learn not only how to write code but how to build the apps also.